Yo, what's going on? This is your boy, Bright Boy Yorkie, straight back from Chicago. Had a great time out there. I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Hex Finesse and his people. They showed me a great time in Chicago. Beautiful city. The weather was great. I had a great shoot. I can't wait to show y'all that video once it dropped. But here we go. Why the female rapper was created? Today's female rapper, why they was created, and why it seems like they hate you, especially as a black man. They can't accept you for who you are. Why was this image created in the first place? You always got to think, especially living in America, we live in a capitalist society. So what the fuck does that mean? It's all about money. If I'm gonna invest my money into you, you're gonna make me 10 times the amount or 100 times the amount that I invest in you. And how today's female rappers are creating so much wealth for the elite. I'm gonna break it down to you. Now, you see, when hip hop first started, it was about community, empowerment of the people. Because at that time, blacks was extremely poor. We was going to the church to get cheese, the milk, cereal, pork and beans out the can. That was in the 80s. We was extremely poor. Then coming out of that time, we had commercialism where you start to see Biggie Smalls and other artists follow that trend of talking about fashion. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, I'm gonna be fair because I don't want to seem like this is one-sided, but at that time, it was a lot of downplaying women, calling women bitches, and bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. And as a man, you may felt that was good, but a lot of women on the flip side of that felt embarrassed, offended. So while that was going on, let me say, we did have people like KRS, we had Nas, we had Rakim, we had A Tribe Called Quest, we had leaders of the new school, PM Dawn, who else I could say? EPMD, J. Rue the Damager. These rappers ain't contribute to that type of behavior. It was more of still empowering our people, educating our people. Now, today, with the female rapper, it's really destroying your confidence. It's making you feel like you're not accepted for who you are in your own skin. And why was this image created? Like I said, we live in a capitalist society, and let me break it down. You see, today's female rapper make you feel like you're not good enough. So what does that cause? That cause you to be over materialistic. Deep down, you're not buying any of the stuff. You see these kids out here scamming, cracking cards, whatever they doing is to attract a female that they feel that's out of their league. Meanwhile, these women don't even have nothing set up or established but good looks. So you have guys out here breaking the law, going to jail just to attract this female. You got kids out here. I remember it was a time kids wore kids' clothes. Now kids are wearing clothes that's way more expensive than their parents' clothes. So now you have a whole bunch of kids out here, low self-esteem, depressed, because they can't afford that. They can't even live the life that they feel I can get the woman or the female that I like. And if I don't have money, if I don't have certain material possessions, there's no way in hell she's gonna like me. And what kind of energy does this create? This create people, once they get money, they spend it on material objects that's not important. They buy things like sneakers over and over. They buy a whole bunch of clothes they don't need, sneakers they don't need. They buy a car and still live in a Section 8 apartment. They will have a look of looking rich, but their crib look disgusting. All to attract this female who don't give a fuck about you. But that's with hip hop today, female, the image, that's what they creating. At the end of the day, they know you as a man is gonna have lust. You're gonna have this craving to obtain this type of female, but they know because the constant images and the energy that's going out there, they're gonna know, you know what? In order for me to get this female, this is the brainwashing. Yo, I'm gonna need some of these jeans. I'm gonna need some of these sneakers. And I'm gonna need several of these sneakers. Meanwhile, your credit is shot. You don't have no investments. You don't have nothing you're working for, nothing you're going for, no type of purpose or drive. It's just like all day, especially with Instagram and with these apps. You're seeing ass all day when you go down. You're seeing that's why all these contests came out where you see the girl naked, you see the girl ass shaking, you just everything. So now your whole desires is sexual. Is everything you're going for is like based on getting a female instead of establishing your life. So when you look at artists like Cardi B downplaying men and men ain't shit, get your bag, and she's married and she's actually in a relationship with artists with Offset who constantly cheat on her, and she goes back. And you have a lot of these women, like recently went down to ATL just to try to get this image, get this dream. Like there's a lot of females that went down there on one-way passes, and they stranded in Atlanta trying to get one of these dope boys, trying to get one of these rappers or entertainers to live this life that they see on Instagram constantly. And yo, the truth is, you look at it, you see every race that is not in tune into that energy where the women is the women accept the man for who they are and what they bring to the table, and they intellect, their charisma, them being a man and having ambition and drive. Those are people who own everything in your community. The Jews, the Arabs, you know what I'm saying? The Russians, the Albanians, you know what I'm saying? Africans, you know, Mexicans. It's like these people own something because, you know, majority of them of their women love them for who they are. As long as you doing your role as a man, going to having a job, having confidence in yourself, having some type of charisma and charm about you, you're gonna get a woman. You're gonna get somebody who's gonna be submissive to you and love you. So now you can focus on investing. You can focus on buying a house. You can focus on being a great person. But in hip hop, with the female rappers, and you can look at it, our people, once we get money, we're focused on buying some European designer to attract some female. We're focused on buying some Arab jewelry to attract some female. We're focused on buying some European car to attract some female. So what happens when you get 30 and 40? You have a whole bunch of clothes, but no assets. Whole bunch of liabilities, but no assets. You don't own shit. You know what I'm saying? So you sit back, now you 40, and you definitely better have some shit at that time, because you know what? Being old, being black and broke, I'm going to tell you, in your 20s and 30s, you still got some time. And even in your 40s, you still got some time, but you may have to get real extreme on life. But you don't want to be 30 and 40 years old with no skills, Nothing to offer, nothing. A whole bunch of liabilities and no assets. And this what these female rappers is creating. Y'all to have a whole bunch of liabilities, but your credit is shot. Whole bunch of liabilities, but you probably don't got $500 in your bank account. A whole bunch of liabilities, but you probably don't have no drive or no skill to do shit. My advice to you, find the purpose. My advice to you, get spiritually based, man. Because you're going to have to learn. These times, you're going to have to work on your mental health, work on self-loving yourself. So you can focus on something where you get older, you can possibly start a family. You can possibly maintain your family and take care of yourself. Because when you get older, them clothes ain't going to be able to pay them bills. Them jewelry is going to get pawned, and you're going to get 1/4 for the shit you paid. You spent $1,000, you probably get $250 for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, these female rappers out here is created to keep your ass in chains. Keep your ass at the bottom. Keep your ass filled with anxiety and depression. Empower yourself. Uplift yourself. Know what's right. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Make sure you saving your money. Make sure you learn about investing. Make sure you're working on your mental health where you're happy. Your happiness shouldn't depend on whether you get a girlfriend. Your happiness should be, I'm happy, and now I'm going to share my happiness with somebody who's matched my frequency. But this is your boy Yorkie, man. Love yourself, man. Love yourself so you can attract somebody who love you. Peace.